Hi friends, happy Wednesday. You once again are propped up on a suitcase on a tripod. This is the only place I can record today is in my bedroom. And I wanted to get something out to you today before it got much later because today is a church day, and usually on church days by the time we get home and get settled it is like 10 o'clock at night. So yeah, I have Bluey and Bingo and the whole gang on my shirt. Today's Now, I know generally Wednesday is supposed to be a whip Wednesday, but you've seen my whips. I have the shawls going, and that's it. I have not had any time to crochet in the last 2 days. I know that's surprising. It's very surprising to hear that come from me, but last night I was so tired I was in bed by 10:30. I did get some stuff gone through though yesterday like I needed to. I went through all my clothes that are here in the bedroom. I haven't touched the closet yet, but everything I have in my like canvas bins, I went through and got rid of 2 trash bags full of clothes. So I'm going to go through this shelf here that's behind me tomorrow, and I'm hoping I can combine my bins and Levi's bins all in this 12 cube organizer here. Because what I want to do with my 6 cube organizer that I have my clothes in right now is I want to put all my yarn from the homeschool area into here. It's a big puzzle that I'm having to just fit the pieces in somewhere so that we can get everything done. And my mom requested to have a futon. We gave her an option of a futon or a love seat because right now she's comfortable sleeping with a love seat since Dad died. But when I explained to her what a futon was, because she didn't know what it was, she wanted that. So we will be buying her a futon of her own. It'll be just hers. So we'll be doing that probably by the end of this month into the first or second week of June. And we got all of our dates for the outbound travel are set in stone now. Well, as set in stone as they can be, you know. We went and redid all the hotels last night between here and when we get to Michigan. And we're going to be arriving 2 days earlier in Michigan now so that I can get started, because I have been informed there's just piles everywhere, which means it's only gotten worse since I was there 2.5 years ago. So be praying for me on that, please. Keep me in your thoughts. It's going to be a lot, but I know I can do it. So today's video is going to be just a quick, like, how I got started with fiber arts, what piqued my interest in it. And I've got a box here of a whole bunch of projects that I have done over the years. These are not everything. This is just stuff that I have kept that I just haven't had anybody to give it to. Yeah, so it's just stuff that I've done since I started loom knitting, like 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, something like that. But tell me in the comments down below, what got you started in the fiber arts? Was it just something you picked up? Was it maybe your grandmother, your mother? Who was it? What was it? What piqued your interest in the fiber arts? For me, it was my grandmother, on both my mom's side and my biological dad's side. More so on my mom's side, though. I used to sit down at her feet, and she would just be sitting there crocheting with, like, thread, like the Aunt Lydia's thread, like doilies and stuff like that, just the really thin stuff. And I would just be so intrigued by all the intricate work that she would do. And then she would go and she would starch them, like the stuff that we would put up on the Christmas tree, so like the snowflakes and stuff. She would starch them, and they would just keep their shape, and I was amazed by it. And my grandmother on my biological dad's side did try to teach me to crochet. I got as far as crocheting a chain. I could never figure out how to turn or anything. And then back, well, when we were all forced to stay home, I decided, you know what? I have a crochet hook. I have some yarn. I have YouTube. I kid you not, it took me an entire day to crochet a chain and learn how to turn and then get going. And then as I'm going, I'm noticing everything's just kind of slanting off and I'm missing my stitches. And so I stopped. I once again put that crochet hook down. And I started loom knitting because loom knitting just kind of clicked with me. And I had looms, I had yarn, I had loom picks. So I just started loom knitting. And I loved it. I made a lot of stuff loom knitting. And then a little over 2 years ago, I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this crochet thing a try again. And now I just can't stop. I just absolutely love to crochet, more so than I do loom knitting. I still have all my looms. I have all my loom supplies. When I try to do it, it doesn't click with me like it used to. Crochet is clicking with me more now. And I mean, that's okay. That's going to happen. I'm not going to give up on loom knitting. I'm going to keep going. But for now, and I think for the very foreseeable future, it's going to be crochet. Crochet, crochet. I am thinking about dabbling in knitting a little bit. I had a little conversation with Amy on Monday about that, and I think it's something I could probably do when she explained to me the way that she does it. I think it's something I could potentially do. And I saw that Fiberflux now has a knitting channel, and all her stuff is right now geared towards beginners. So we'll see. We'll see, maybe. I'm not going to say for sure, but maybe. But let me show you some of these projects that are in this box. You've already seen all these hats. These hats are recent. So this, I don't know what I'm doing with this. I think I loom knitted this. So I bought this skein of yarn at Ben Franklin in Ojai many years ago. And I absolutely loved it. I wanted to do something with it. So this is acrylic yarn. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's just, I thought maybe it could just be like a table topper or something. But as you see, I still need to weave in ends. So, yep, I did that. I did a whole bunch of pumpkins. I mean, I did pumpkins galore. Look at all these pumpkins I have. I have pumpkins galore. So I did all those recently. I wasn't too happy with this guy. This is a loom knitted ghost. I know how to crochet these now, so I probably will never loom knit another one again. I didn't like how it turned out. That's probably why he's in the box. I have all these different circles that I crocheted. These are acrylic yarn. I recently did these in the last year or so before I had to stop using sparkly yarns. I don't know what I made those for. It's my mystery box. Oh, I had fun with this, even though this is really off. This was when I first started crocheting. Yeah, this was like in my first 6 months of crocheting. Llama Mama Kayla was doing like a granny square purse crochet along type thing, and she was showing us all how to make one, and I was like, oh, I can do that. So and there's a, there's a little loop here for the button, and then it's, it's not my greatest work, but I'm happy with how it came out, considering I did this in my first like 6 months of crochet. So I was happy with that. Oh dear goodness, more granny squares. A pumpkin and another pumpkin. A beautiful solid one. Another circle. I don't know. Pretty sure these are cotton. These feel like cotton sprouts yarn. No, I was playing with yarn one night. I had some extra yarn, and this is like a little bowl. I'm I'm telling you, I don't know what I ever did. I was playing with yarn. I had scrap yarn one night, and so I don't remember. What else did I do in this box? Oh, this. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. This was a loom knit project that I royally screwed up on. You can see how it's uneven, but I love the texture of it. It's a like a honeycomb stitch on the loom. Yeah, I royally screwed that one up though. I don't know how I screwed it up, but I did. This is a washcloth. Actually, this needs to be in my drawer. I don't know why this is in here. This needs to be in my drawer. This is a washcloth that I made. That was crochet. What was I thinking with all the circles? I've got so many circles. I don't know. And then I have... Excuse me. I'm tired today. I made, no, when I learned how to make wind spinners. But these are acrylic, and I'm not gonna hang these up anywhere. I was just kind of playing around with adding stuff to the bottom of them. So there's that one. That one that I did. I did a similar one. I did a similar one that was pink and yellow, like pink lemonade. And then this one's gigantic. I will never forget making this one. I needed to just get in the car and drive, as did my husband, in the truck. And I think we'd just gotten the truck. And we took the truck up Interstate 5, up the Grapevine, and then we cut across on the, is it 138 or something? And we cut across into like Lancaster, Palmdale, and came up onto the 14 freeway. And I just sat in the truck and I just crocheted and crocheted and crocheted. A big old spinner. So yeah, so that's my whips box, or well, finished objects. I mean, I guess some of these are whips because they're just circles and squares for whatever reason. So I don't know. Tell me in the comments down below though, how did you get started in fiber arts? Alright friends, I'm gonna go tomorrow. I have a fun video. We're gonna go through a box of amigurumi stuff that I bought off of Amazon. So we're gonna check that out tomorrow. Alright friends, I love you all. God loves you. Be kind to one another, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.